Some of those guys in there, some of them are big and really mean and probably, I just hope no one tries to, you know what can happen to a kid in jail. Was he laying it on too thick? You could overdo it. Todd believed that the first few times he ran this game, he went a little too far, made it sound as though he was about to be gangbanged by the Aryan Brotherhood. Best to let the mark use her imagination some. The good thing was most oldsters still used landlines. You got the address of a senior's residence through some online trolling, used a reverse directory to get the names of everyone who lived there, and you had a long list of potential marks. If they'd all owned cells, this would be a hell of a lot harder. Todd, of course, used cells. Always used disposable burners when he was doing this. Switched to a new one every week. Didn't want these calls getting traced back because eventually Grandma would discreetly ask a family member if poor little Eddie or Timmy or Walter sorted out his troubles with the police, at which point someone would say, "Oh no, how much money did you send?" Todd always asked for $2,500. A nice, round, believable number, he figured. You didn't want to go so high that the oldster was scared off, but not so low as to make it not worth your while. He'd been thinking maybe this would be his last one. He was making okay money at the computer store, just part-time, but it looked like they were going to up him from 3 shifts a week to 4. And ever since he'd met Chloe, talk about having your mind blown, connecting with a half-sister you never knew you had, he'd been feeling kind of ashamed about how he'd been supplementing his income. So, yeah, maybe this was it. Last time. Maybe. It'd be nice to tell her when she came for her next visit, driving up from Providence in that ancient pacer of hers, that he wasn't going to do this anymore. Of course, that would mean confessing to it in the first place. It was funny how he felt the need to unburden himself to her. She'd had that effect on him. He believed she suspected he was up to something illegal. She spent a lot of time around old people. Her grandfather was in some kind of home, and she visited him often, and wouldn't think much of him taking advantage of them. I could give you the money, the old lady on the other end of the line said. Todd's mouth was getting dry. He had a sip of beer. "Grandma, if you did that, you'd be saving my life." "Do I bring it to the police station? I could get one of the staff here to take me. I could ask Sylvia. She's really nice and—" No, Todd said quickly. "No need to do that. The police said all you have to do is call Western Union. You can do it over the phone. As soon as they have the money, they give it to the police and they'll let me out of here. Have you got a pen and paper? I can give you all the information." "Hang on." Todd heard her set down the receiver. Some paper shuffling. Her voice distant. "I think the pen slipped down between the cushions. Oh, wait. I think—" God, they could be so pitiful. Todd comforted himself with the thought that these people didn't have that much longer anyway. They got swindled out of a few bucks. Was it really going to make all that much difference? If they ran a bit short one month, they could always ask their own kids for... Someone banged on the door of his trailer, so hard that it made him jump. 3 times. Bang, bang, bang! "Mr. Cox! Todd Cox!" A man shouting. What the hell was this, especially at this hour? It was after 9 at night. Todd didn't get a lot of visitors here. His mobile home sat just off the road but was shielded by a line of trees. It was pretty quiet, except for the occasional blast of sirens from the fire station on the other side of the property line. Todd glanced out the window, squinted. There were 2 people on the steps he'd fashioned from several cinder blocks, lit dimly by the outside light. A man and a woman, late 30s, early 40s. What was that clipped to the belts of their jeans? Badges? Fucking badges? "Todd Cox, are you in there?" the man shouted. "Who is it?" he yelled back, like he didn't already know. "Police!" Shit. "I've got pen and paper," Grandma said, her voice now clear as a bell. Todd flipped shut the burner he'd bought online for $20. Next to the laptop were printouts of old folks' homes across the country, as well as an overdue Visa bill and a recent Verizon statement for his personal iPhone. He grabbed the printouts and stuffed them into the utensil drawer as he headed for the door. How'd they find